Welcome to Utah.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Know the speed limits don't mean anything out here. There's no police officer out here. Look at that guy. He's blasting. He's all done. Severe snowstorm, rainstorms up there. And I don't know if you can pick it up on video, but we got some massive peaks in the horizon, and it seems like it's all holding the clouds back from moving on. Look at that National 9 in. Sounds like it's a spin-off of Super 8. That storm. Curious to see if it's snow or if it's rain. About 60 miles from Provo, which is a city a little bit south of Salt Lake City. So we're getting there. There's the verdict. It's looking like it's going to be snow. Hopefully some light flurries. Love to know how high we are right now. I bet we're 5,000 to 6,000 feet up. We climbed a really big mountain range. Lots of cattle farms up here. 7,400 feet. That's how high we are. Wow. It's a lot higher than I thought we'd be. The snow's definitely picked up. Not as bad as last night, though. At least I can see. And the roads are pretty darn dry. The window open just to air the thing out a little bit. So many modified 4Runners out here. Like Colorado, all it was Subaru Outbacks, modified 4Runners, or modified Tacomas. That's it. There was nothing else there. I'm gonna stay humble. I'm not gonna pass this guy. More whiskey boys up there. I just saw a guy with a Vermont plate. Super little wave. And every week up there has funky spot for those, just a little cluster. All the wind probably funnels into this little valley right here. And it's looking like the weather's going to break and up ahead. It's the mountain madness we just left. Pretty dark and dingy up there. We're north on 15 now to Provo. And if I'm seeing it right, it looks pretty clear up there. I see some glowing mountains like the sun's actually hitting them. So should be good weather up ahead. We're back in Motel 6. Now this is my kind of room. To me, that's white noise. That's ASMR right there. Got a nice mountain in the background. It's finally able to get a single. $66 after tax. I think it's a great deal. I didn't turn that light on. It's not out or anything. Big desk. Cool mirror. Some more lights. It's orange. That's a plus. Orange. Orange. I love orange. Bathroom is quite massive, actually. Has one of these cool shower units. A little curve at the top. I've never been in one of these little pod ones. Kind of cool. Old school light. Old school hair. You know, typical white towels things. TV's up there. Which is kind of nice. Like a hospital. Smells great in here. No weird stenches or anything like that. All in all, you know, lay down the floor, all very clean, no dust, but this is great. I mean, this is what I'm gonna wake up to in the morning. I love it. Well, been to 3 salvage yards so far, and no luck for any W123 Mercedes. It looks like it's certainly slim pickings these days because the ones that were trashed have already been decimated. The ones that weren't, they're in people's garages or still driving around. Obviously, the main killers of these cars is usually rust. So if they don't rust out, then there's not much that can kill them. So it's certainly not an easy thing to find, even out here. Even in the Northeast, it's so hard. And when you do see one, it's usually junked because it was all rotted out. The first thing that usually rust on these is the bottom of the front fenders, the front of the front wheel on the fender, and then right behind the back wheel. So it's very difficult to find any sort of decent fender. Some you don't see around much anymore. Plymouth Laser with the 2.2 stick. Interior's pretty roached out. Again, nothing in terms of rust. Don't know if it is a turbo. That's pretty cool. Oh, yet another Fiero. I've seen a lot of these out here. This would be a GT2 because it's got the fastback. Yep. Wow, this is an early car because it doesn't have the upgraded intake. It's an 86. I believe they made them until 88, 89. This is just a base Camaro. Looks like an automatic. Newer. You can tell by the airbag steering wheel. I think it's a V6, truthfully. Nope, V8 in it. I think it's just a 305. But pretty solid. You know, just beat up, banged up. Yeah, she's had a hell of a life. Up to two-tone. Guy said he didn't have much in terms of old Benzes, so I'm just kind of walking around to check it out. They were very nice. Yeah, I don't know what happened to this guy right here. Old Catfish 3800. Automatic. It's like an old, I know I'm calling it old. I remember when these were brand new coming out. Looks like it was a police car, judging by the column shift, as well as the steel wheels. I don't see any signs of a divider, so it may have just been a patrol car, something like that. 2012. Not that old, guys. Not that old. This is it's like a Dodge Stealth. Automatic. Same chassis as the 3000 GT. I would say this is not a twin turbo. No. Nope. Banged out, but yeah, definitely some quarter work had been done. But again, solid as hell. Might be some stuff lurking behind. I think this thing was hitting the quarter before. Still has all the rims and everything, not too gashed up. Like the backs of these. This is 64 olds here. Not sure if it's a 350, something like that. Doesn't look too massive of an engine, so I do believe it's a small block. But no rust. Dented, but an old Fiero GT with the V6 at 2.8. Looks like it's been sitting a while with the sunroof open. It's a stick though. I have a small yard. Not much left out. Both frames go. I'm not a Ford guy, but I do really like these. The trim, beautiful. I mean, not on this truck, but look at the taillight fix. That's one way to do it. Did it over here because someone took it. It's dented up, but it's just not rusty. It's not too rusty. Some warnings there. Got some rust. Interesting. Something was welded up there. Must have been the four-wheel drive didn't work, or they just took the transfer case out and welded a plate on there. Cut the shift knob off. Really pretty color. I like it. And a dark blue interior too. Front it's gone. 351 modified probably. I don't know if this would have been a 460. I don't know anything about Ford trucks. Interesting modifications here. Looks like a pair of Fox Body Mustang headlights. Don't know. Jeez Louise. Small block. Lots of cars here. One of the rare occasions where this was actually junked because it was driving and crashed. Versus just not running. Kind of sucky, old Jaguar.
Ever since I met you, everything I have ever cared about is gone.
Get a video of that. We're headed towards Salt Lake City.
From the right lane to take exit 305A, 305B, 305C-305D, then keep left at the fork to continue on exit 305A.
Or a bolt in the tread, or something is just rubbing against the tire. It's been making it for the last couple of minutes. So we're going to pull over and take a look at it.
Keep left at the fork to continue on exit 305A.
There's a nice view of Salt Lake City over there. Well, we've encountered our first problem. It's our wheel bearing. I'm going to tighten it up and maybe that'll solve the problem. Alright. All I've done, I've loosened my little tensioner guy, and then I'm going to go with a pair of vice grips and tighten this up a little bit more. I haven't noticed any heat coming out of the tire at all. Or the rim. I've checked all the time, so I think the bearing's good. We have plenty of grease in there. It's not all burnt up. I think this may have not been tightened enough, and it's sort of just over the trip and just loosened up. Alright. It was quite a bit loose, so I'm really hoping that was the issue.
West.
I'm not hearing that clunking no more. Could have been two things. It could have been the bearing was loose, or
600 feet, turn left onto South 900 West.
could have been the wheel was loose. The lugs could have come loose. Who knows? Through driving through warm weather, cold weather. There'd been just a little bit of slack on it. I think my plan is to hop on the interstate and get out of the city a little bit. See if the noise comes back. May just not be making the noise because it's not warmed up. All right, we're going 55 miles an hour. I don't even want to say anything, but I haven't noticed really anything. It's a little windy, so I'm blowing around a little bit. But we have Ogden up ahead, north. So we have some civilization ahead of us. If we encounter anything a little weird, we can certainly pull off. I'm sure there's going to be an O'Reilly Auto Parts. Maybe I have to stay here a second day and wait for a bearing to show up. It's not a big deal. It's really not that hard of a job. Alright, I'm going to let go of the wheel. So we're tracking straight as an arrow. If anything, we're pulling a little to the left, which is how it's been the whole trip. I'm not hearing any more clunking. That made me a little nervous, guys. Made me a little bit nervous. We're not out of the woods yet, though. God, every little noise the road makes, it's like a buzzing noise. It just makes me want to shit myself. Now that we have some time to kill, we're headed towards the Salt Lake, and I'm going to see if I can get access. There's this little road that is almost a causeway that goes through a portion of the lake to an island called, you can see it right up here, Antelope Island. It's a state park, so I'm not sure if I'll need a pass or not. We'll have to see. Well, they offer camping gear, believe it or not. For $30 you can spend the night. So it's supposed to be 32 degrees tonight. I may, I don't know, set up a tent, maybe just sleep in the freaking car. I don't know. Jeez Louise. Might be kind of exciting. When you get to camp out on the Big Salt Lake, you know? I got nothing better to do. It's a really cool area behind us. No more of that crazy noise, but we'll pick up our parts tomorrow morning. Smells like the ocean, and we're nowhere near the ocean. There's literally some bison out there. They're sleeping, doing something. Oh my god. Yeah, there's one, and then there's two. You guys think about that, he just crossed the road. I'm just gonna let him eat and then move on. Come on, buddy, keep on going. I'm not gonna charge you. Ain't gonna charge you. Just a little bit. Very slow. Very slow. Very slow. Bye, big guy. Holy crap. That's amazing. I think the fumes kept him away. I've never seen a buffalo in real life, let alone one that's 15 feet away from me. Alright, maybe it was 25 feet away from me. I think if he was 15 feet away from me, he would have killed me. We have more of them down there. Not as many as the first little alcove of them. They're kind of hanging in the bushes a bit. I'd say there's 2 clusters. 25 or so, maybe a little bit more than that. Rangers are on their way to help this guy up here. Holy crap. See, and now that guy's pretty much trapped. I think you're gonna have this ranger who's going to try to lead them across or something like that. I think that person sort of panicked a bit. That's my guess, at least. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Let's see. I just want to see the turn of events. We're far enough from the bison that it's not going to be a big deal. Yep, he stopped for a second. I think he told the guy, just go for it. Wow, look at him wandering around. Be my guess, my man. You got the big truck. You got the big truck and everything. He's got really big toe mirrors too, so that'll probably help. Oh, he pissed him off. He pissed him off. Oh, this is not good. This is when you realize you're very insignificant. Wow. That was certainly ballsy. It seemed like the trailer made it, and then that gave this guy some motivation to get going. Yeah, look at him run around everywhere. This guy's like... There's one right in front of that guy right now. He's just blocking him. He's like, what are you gonna do? Run me over? We're up on a bit of the highlands up here. A big mountain there. Got my beautiful face. Mountains, as far as the eye can see. Both ways. Some reference. So that's Salt Lake City way in the distance there. Look at, it's amazing. I think those buildings, I think the tallest one is maybe 500 feet, maybe even less than that, but like look at how much taller the mountains are. Insane. Jesus. Beautiful. Ogden's over that way. Well, I was gonna go to the southern tip of the island, like I was hoping to do earlier, and maybe get a better view, but I think they've taken over the highway, and I don't want to come back this way when it's dark and not really see where they are. Maybe we'll go tomorrow morning or something like that. But you know, again, this is their island, not mine. But such a beautiful view. Motel tonight, guys. Wow. This is our campsite for the night. Didn't realize there would be fire pits and things like matches and some fire, but wow. We're right on the Great Salt Lake here. This lights to the south. Those are towards Provo on the west side of Utah Lake, I do believe. You see the moon right there. It is so quiet out here. There's buffalo, or sorry, bison. There's bison probably 300 yards that way. I can't hear them. They were just chowing on some food, so we'll have to make sure we're aware of where they are at all times. But we have a little compost toilet room right here, that if worse comes to worse, we can hide in there or do whatever. It's made out of concrete. but you know, this site is like a little communal ground with 2 other sites, but there's only, you can't see them, but there's only 1 person all the way over there. The rest of the people have you know, RVs and trailers, and you know, there's a campsite or a campground over that hill, as well as all the way down the mountain where we couldn't get to because of the bison. So this is probably, in terms of a quiet area, this is the best. I mean, this is so nice. It's $30 for the night. That's an insane deal. I would pay $100 for this. I'm gonna probably turn my phone off, stick it in the car, and throw a jacket on and just sit at the table and watch the sunset a little bit. You don't get moments like these many times in your life where it's just so peaceful. Such a surreal landscape. If you can't tell, it's morning. Like 9:30. I was hoping to get up a lot earlier, but we got to, geez, sorry, sun's a mess. Fortunately, you have to leave Antelope Island. I was hoping to hang here a little bit, but we gotta get moving here. We gotta get to the northwest. Thing over here is hay. Certainly there's some livestock in that barn though. Certainly some ventilation fans on it. Decided to set a fire right near my parking spot, so I'm gonna leave and just call the fire department. It's the largest bridge that crosses some of the creeks. I'm not sure if that's Mount St.